Going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy Jaynarc. Today we are rebuilding the New York Jets with Justin Fields and Aaron Glenn and company, and we know that they're 0-7. Oh, actually 1-7. They just beat the Bengals, but they're 1-7 and looking like they're ready for a top 5 pick in this upcoming draft. And we're gonna try to rebuild them. We did a rebuild a couple months ago. I think it was Madden 25. I don't even remember, but I know I did one, and we're gonna do another one. We're gonna try to fix this Jets team, rebuild the worst team in football. Let's get right into it. So first thing I want to do is negotiate with some players. So Breece Hall, he's going to be our future back, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that he gets the love he deserves. And he also went off against the Bengals, so we're going to definitely extend him. And then we got Elijah Vera-Tucker. He's a guard. He's 26 years old, 84 overall. You know, he's going to be a focal point for this O-line, so we might as well keep him. And we got Andre Cisco, another depth safety who we could definitely keep long term. I'm starting to like the offer, but I'm unsure if this team gets me the future I'm looking for. Interesting. He wants to win and he wants to leave. We got Tony Adams, who's also, we got a young defense. We got a really young defense. So we gave this guy a 4-year deal, and Tony Adams comes back. And then we got Quincy Williams. He, you know, to pair him up for depth and he'll play the will position. We get him back too. Might as well, because I feel like the defense isn't the bad part. It's really just the offense not being able to hold it down. John Simpson wants like 14 mil. Depending on how he does by the end of the season. If he gives up a lot of sacks, then we'll reconsider. Alan Lazard definitely let go. Jeremy Ruckert. I mean, we have Mason Taylor, and I guess if we keep Ruckert, we have a duo here. So we re-sign him because he's about like 25 or something like that. Tyler Johnson probably gonna let walk. Isaiah Williams probably gonna let walk. Michael Clemens, for depth, for him to be behind Jermaine Johnson, if we gave him a 2-year deal, maybe I could find a better team now. Okay, all right, so you could do that. Josh Myers, you're not really doing much, but we're gonna give you a 2-year deal. It's player friendly, and we get you for depth as well. Anyone else worth re-signing? Josh Reynolds, I'm cool on that. Cam Jones, Chris Boyd. We got a lot of depth here. Tyrod Taylor, McNamara, Austin Beck, a fullback. McDonald will definitely pick up his option. We're going to need more out of him. Andrew Beck will resign just because to have a fullback. I've got my interest in. All right, bro. The situation doesn't align either. All right, that's cool. Y'all don't want to be here for this, so don't come back when we make it to the postseason. All right, so we ended up going 3-14. We ended up beating the Bills. They probably, you know, subbed out Josh Allen. They let him play because of the postseason. And let's take a look at the numbers. That's going to be an important part. So Justin Fields finished 20 touchdowns, 9 picks. He got sacked 57 times. Breece Hall didn't have a rushing touchdown. Insane. Garrett Wilson was the lead receiver blocking. So Fashanu gave up 12 sacks. Memble gave up 7. 5 from Mitchell, 5 from Simpson, 2 from Myers, 2 from Titman. Defense, Quinnen Williams had 11.5 sacks. And Jamie and Sherwood had 3 picks. So, big time rebuild is here. And, yeah, let's get right to it. Bills end up winning the Super Bowl. Josh Allen wins Super Bowl MVP. Mahomes wins NFL MVP. Offense Player of the Year went to Jonathan Taylor. Max Crosby won Defense Player of the Year. And, yeah, we're about to fire. I think it's safe to say we could fire our coordinators. I like the defense. I think we'll stick with defense, but offensive coordinator, we're going to move on from him. Look to see if there's any offensive coordinators that, you know, got released from their team, like a Stefanski, Brian Callahan. Brian Callahan, you know, I'm going to hire him. Brian Callahan, he's an OC. Yeah, he might have struggled with the. Nah, that's not a good idea. Let's not hire him. Let's hire a guy like Dan Kugler. He's a guru. Let's go with that. So we're gonna try to negotiate with Cisco again. He wasn't too happy, but I want to give him a deal where we get him back long term. We do, because we got some young pieces. Jets got some young pieces. Let's see. Will McDonald. What are your stats looking like? What have you done this year? What did you do this past year? You had 3.5 sacks. 2024, you had 10.5. So we'll pick up your option and hope to God that you could do a bit more. So we accept this option. We got Khalil Herbert. I don't think we need to keep him because we just re-signed Breece Hall. So Khalil Herbert will just be there. John Simpson, he didn't give up too many sacks, but he's already 29 years old. and 30 mil for 2 years, and he's not even a top tier at his position. We're gonna move on from him. And rest of these players, let's see, Josh Reynolds. All we got is Garrett Wilson. A lot of guys are gonna walk. We're gonna revamp our receiver crew, give Justin Fields new targets, and I'm not seeing anything else. Maybe we could get Chukwuma just for depth, I guess. A 1-year deal. He thinks free agency will be better. All right, that's good for you, I guess. Tyrod Taylor was great as a backup for us. So, honestly, we'll give him a 2-year deal, lock him in, because he's kind of similar to Justin Fields' play style, so we might as well keep him. The other positions, we could just let go. So, Andrew Beck is not feeling us. If we give him a player-friendly deal of 2 years, he comes back for that, so we get our fullback back. And I want to get a veteran, but well, not Gino, but he would already be there. Garrett Wilson would already be there. So we're gonna have about $93 million to work with in cap space. It's gonna be a big offseason for the Jets to really convince players to come to their team. It's gonna be hard, so that's why we're not gonna go too crazy with the draft, or not with the draft, but with free agency. We're also gonna look at cap space and see who needs to get moved. We re-signed a lot of dudes here, but we could still make something happen. And we've got Harrison Phillips. He's a trade target. You know, he's 30 years old, still has some value, but we're going to move on from him. Maybe get a star corner from the Niners in Renardo Green. He's only 25 years old, a corner to pair. And then there's also Eric Stokes, the 6th and the 7th. Renardo Green isn't a bad option. Let's see what cornerbacks we have on the team. We got Sauce, of course. We have Brownlee, who we're developing, Azare Thomas, Jarvis Brownlee, Michael Carter. So we got a good amount of corners here. Brandon Stevens is 14 mil. Okay. Brandon Stevens is taking 14 mil from us. And we can't even move on from him either. Awesome. That's fantastic. This kid, Azariah Thomas, is a future starter, so I kind of want to see that play out. I don't know when they got Jarvis Brownlee Jr., but let's say he was disgruntled, or honestly, we can move on from Michael Carter. Just to give them the chance to play somewhere else. So Michael Carter for receiver, Trey Palmer would be interesting in the 7th. For depth purposes, why not? Why not? We'll trade him with Trey Palmer. So we pick him up, and we're still going to move on from the D tackle. Running back situation, we still have Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis. I'm okay with that situation. Receiver, we got Trey Palmer, Trenton Irwin, Arian Smith, who we definitely want to develop too. And we're going to definitely get a star receiver. And in the meanwhile, with our offensive situation, Elijah Vera Tucker still coming back from injury. Left edge, Will McDonald, D tackle. We're going to move on from Phillips. Right edge is good. We re-signed Sherwood, I believe, so we're kind of chilling there. And Brandon Stevens, we can't move on from, unfortunately. But we moved on from the other cat. So we could go for him. Like, we could go for that corner. But I see Brownlee and Azariah Thomas here. Like, I feel like we could just develop them. I think we got the guys. We've got the guys already. So we're going to pass on getting that cornerback. See if there's other value here. Just because of that young cat we got. Literally, that's why. Just because he's a young dude. And let's see if we can just trade him straight up to like a team for just picks. Yeah, let's see if we could just trade him to the Falcons for like a early pick. Like a 3rd round pick perhaps. Harrison Phillips for a 4th. That'll probably go through. So we recoup a pick. Move on from a D tackle. And yeah, I think we're going to definitely need to get some help for Quinnen Williams. But the rest of the team, Elijah Vera Tucker got re-signed. Josh Myers got re-signed too. So we got some guys that could rotate all over the O-line. That's the best part about it. And let's head to free agency with about $109 million. Now, like I said, teams aren't going to want to come to us because we're a bad team. But we're going to still try to get some competitors, guys who really see us as a team that they want to build with. So, yeah, like I said, a lot of teams are not going to show interest in us, but that's okay. Like we said, we expected it. We're looking for a kicker. Daniel Carlson has some interest. He has good kick accuracy. There's also Jake Bates, who does not want to join us. He's just like, yeah, not a chance. Spencer Schrader, Chad Ryland, Badgley here, but you have like no kick accuracy. We want a guy that's accurate, and Spencer Schrader is a guy here who does not want to be a part of what we got going on. So Daniel Carlson could be our safe bet. Give him a 2-year deal, and hopefully he joins us, helps out with our kicking. We also need a punter, Jake Bailey. Give him a 2-year deal. He's 29 years old. Get our special teams in order. And then what about long snapper? Chris Stoll. We could sign him. He's interested in joining us, so we'll give him a 2-year deal. Well, let's redo that. My fault. You know, special teams is important. Special teams is important. Like, oh my gosh, why are you still showing no interest? What do you mean? We're going to try one more time, my guy. Give you a very player-friendly deal. Thank you. Join us, 3-year deal. You're locked in as our long snapper. Awesome. So we got some positions that really aren't that important. Cornerbacks, they've definitely got guys who are interested. Whoa. Oh, it's because we withdrew the offer. That's why all the negotiation days passed? Wow, so we just missed out on players anyway. We just missed out on players. Juwan Bentley wants to join our team. Yeah, I don't know about that. Kenneth Murray wants to join to kind of prove worth, I guess. We'll give him a 2-year deal. We don't have a Sam linebacker. We got Dennis Gardeck for a 1-year deal. He doesn't really fit our scheme either. So we could sign Jabril Cox for the meanwhile. He's a 2-year deal. Just sign him. Right edge, we got DJ Wanham. And right edge, we just got Jermaine Johnson. So we get a nice little backup for him. Like Malcolm Kuntz. Give him a 1-year deal. Definitely be some depth for us. So nose tackle is really important. Jalen Redmond, I feel like he played well for the Vikings. He has been playing well this season, so I definitely want to see if we can get him on the squad. Left edge, like I said, we just have McDonald. O-line, we need a left guard. John Simpson has interest in returning. We could also just draft the kid there. Tight end, we don't need anyone. Now, receiver, we don't have guys that have interest in us, but I want to get someone that's, you know, like depth-wise would make sense. We got Jahan Dotson. He's a future starter. John Mechie. How about Jahan Dotson? Give him a 2-year deal, kind of prove it. We have Arian Smith we really want to develop. So we'll get it's going to be a makeshift crew. It's going to be interesting to see how that looks, but I think we can make that work. And, yeah, that's negotiations. That's what we're trying to do. Let's see if we pick up these guys. We got a lot of the people we were aiming for, which is good because we're building up team. We want people that want to be here for the long run. And now I'm excited for this draft. We have about $83 million in salary still available, so that's a good sign for us. Let's start this draft. Hopefully we're not in a tough position. Do have the first pick in the draft, and I don't want to go for a top 5 pick, like a top 5 player. Like not like I don't want to, but I don't want to go for a QB. I just don't think that would fit in our favor to go for a QB because I think we could make it work with Justin Fields, and we might be wilding. We might be wilding for doing that, but I just do have faith that we can make it work. And with that being said, it's like I think we can move back in this draft. Now, Jets fans, you might hate me. I might be wilding for putting all the faith in Justin Fields, but I mean, he's still young, We don't have to worry about the real grind, you know what I'm saying? And what we could do is take a quarterback in like the 3rd round or 4th round just to be safe as like a long-term developmental prospect. But let's review the offers we get for our picks. So we get 3 first, we move all the way back to the 17th. Titans give us the 3rd pick and the 7th and 1 from next year. So I want to build up some picks. I want to get 2 first-round picks and also not be too far. So if we move back a couple spots. Titans are probably going to be bad. So we're going to go with the Titans. We're going to move back a couple spots with them. And I want to see who they use for their picks. Saints are definitely going QB. They got at the end. Saints are definitely going QB. And they get Garrett Nussmeier. So the first QB taken off the board. So with our pick here, again, not going to go for QB. Wide receiver could be good. We could go with a Jordan Tyson from Arizona State, but his metrics don't look too good, unfortunately. We could go old lineman. Caden Proctor's been really solid, but we've gone tackles for the first couple of freaking rounds. So to help, if we really want to focus on the defense, we should go a guy like Zane Durant. C tackling, A power move, B finesse move, C block shed. We run a 4-3 defense. He has great strength. Zane Durant could be that guy for D line. And there's also a kid here. Let's see. Yeah, nah, definitely not him. So we're kind of, it's an interesting position we're in. But I'm going to go with that. I feel okay with this. We could go Francis Mwaga. He looks really good. Like, actually looks really solid as well. And we could maybe move Fashanu to, like, guard or something. Like, but going 3 tackles in a row, that's not ideal. So, with that being said, we're going to focus on being a defensively sound team. And we're going to draft Zane Durant. He's a bit of an older prospect, but we're drafting him. He's from Penn State. He's got an A scouting report. Let's see. You drafted him at ranked number 27. You drafted him at number 3. All right, so it doesn't mean he's bad, you know, but we kind of reached. But that's all right. That's all right. So in our second round here, they got Spencer Fano, another tackle, and like I said, a guard could be cool, but there's not really much. There's not much available when it comes to that position. Mitch Herbert, a tackle from Ohio State. Fano. There's not much variety in terms of these guys here. Torian York, we had him before in another rebuild. He was a great prospect to have deep into the draft. So we just drafted him at number 53. I know he'll develop well. And our next pick will be a QB. Like I said, we're not an attractive team right now, so there's no point of really harking on having a great situation. So we're gonna have 2 picks in the 4th round. Let's see what we could do here. So quarterback, potential undrafted free agents. We got a kid here, Jameel Allen from SMU. He's a day 3. So none of these kids here are worth it. That's just great to see. We've got Tavon Justice. Oh, man, I'm not liking this at all. Bunch of day 3 projections. I know it's 4th round, but geez, like no one's worth it. All right, so we'll let simulation handle this. Draft recap. So this guy, Zane Durant, was a 75. York was a 73. Danny Spade, a safety, was a 65. We drafted running back Calvin Hooper, who was a 71 overall. We got a corner who was a 70. So not a bad draft. Like I said, it wasn't going to be too crazy. I wasn't really feeling this draft class because we weren't quarterback needy or wide receiver needy as one would expect. And now we've got the preseason. And I think we're going to try to see if we could maybe sign a free agent quarterback who's young. Nick Chubb's a free agent. That's crazy. But a free agent quarterback who's young, who would like to be on our practice squad. We got Trey Lance. See, now, Trey Lance, why does he look like that? Trey Lance could be an interesting guy to keep. But we also have DTR. DTR could learn, especially with our type of offense. And I'm a fan of DTR from UCLA, so we'll sign him. We'll let him be just there for depth purposes. And, yeah, let's go to the regular season. This is the worst outcome. One of our star players just knee cartilage tear to end the preseason. We went 0-3 in the preseason as well. That is pretty awful. Yeah, and we had to deal with some bizarre injuries, but we didn't let Justin Fields play the preseason at all. We got a lot of sacks defensively, but DTR was a failed experiment, and so was Tyrod Taylor. So our backups are pretty garbage. Yeah, they're pretty garbage, but Arian Smith has deserved the spot to be starting wide receiver, and Pohl gave up a sack. Tippmann gave up a sack, and so did Lincoln Tomlinson. So Pohl is definitely getting cut. Quentin Williams is, the guy, clearly. So we're gonna need a new backup QB. Russell Wilson is a free agent QB. Wow, he's a 68 overall. We're gonna definitely sign him. And honestly, if I could put DTR on the practice squad, I would. We also did re-sign freaking Tyrod Taylor, so DTR, it was a fun experiment, but you've got to go. You got to go. And that's going to put, honestly, because Tyrod didn't really perform too well in preseason, that's going to put Russell Wilson as being QB2. And Tyrod Taylor being the, oh my gosh, Justin Fields and Russell Wilson back to where they were before. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, what an interesting preseason for us. But that's just what it is. Let's sim to the middle of the season. So we're 1-6 again. All right. 1-6 again. Offense is ranked 30th. Justin Fields 7 touchdowns, 8 picks. Got sacked 19 times. Breece Hall is just playing okay. Arian Smith is our lead receiver. Garrett Wilson's doing nothing. And Fashano's giving up 8 sacks, bro. Dude, you gotta play better, dude. Like, our tackles gotta do more. Zane Durant has 5.5 sacks, though. That's a good start to his rookie season, honestly. And we got a couple of interceptions. Dan Carlson's 8 for 9 on kicks. His longest field goal is 57 yards. So it looks like we might just have to make a trade. We do have a first-round pick available, but QB's our biggest concern. And we try to give Justin Fields a chance here, but it doesn't seem like he's just cutting out for us. And we can move him for maybe a receiver, an edge, something. But we're going to take a look at our Cats. Oh, we're facing the freaking 7-0 Bills? Oh, my gosh. That's ridiculous. But, yeah, so we can move on from Justin Fields. We have 2 veteran QBs here who can honestly start for the rest of the year, which wouldn't be bad, right, if we just started them. But all their awarenesses is just trash. It's just trash for the most part. So, it looks like we're gearing up for another top pick. And we have 2 picks. We got a lot of picks. So, it's either we wait here. We could wait to draft who's ever available. Or we could trade for a quarterback who's young. Josh Sweat. Jeez. Yeah, so we could maybe move a pick for a quarterback. But I don't think any teams have a quarterback for us. We're going to take a look to see who's available. We got Caleb Williams. That's not happening. That's not happening. Bo Nix, Shador, and Dylan Gabriel. No, we need success. And Kyler Murray costs way too much. Mahomes, Lenore Sellers on the Colts because they didn't believe in Daniel Jones, I guess. Jaden Daniels, Dak Prescott, Tua. Interesting. We might be gearing up for a pick. And if we moved on from Justin Fields, we save some money. Oh, Daniel Jones signed with the Raiders. Wow, 39 million. Yo, the Raiders got 2 quarterbacks taking almost 60, 70 million of their cap. They're big time believers, yo. That's wild. Spencer Rattler would be cool, but I'm cool on that. Damn, Saints really just mad quarterbacks, huh? Sam Darnold, Josh Presley, Manning's on the Steelers, CJ Stroud, Cam Ward. All right. So, we're going to keep our pick. We're going to have some top picks, but we're going to move on from Justin Fields. We're going to send him somewhere. We're going to say the experiment isn't working. And, yeah, that's just the unfortunate part. Now, what would be the case with Arnold Ebiketie? So, how many sacks do you have? You have 0 sacks on the year. Bro, I'm not, no. No, thank you. Let's see who's available again. Cardinals. So you guys got Kyler Murray. You don't need him. So what else do you guys have to offer? You got Buda Baker, Trey McBride, Paris Johnson, Josh Sweat, Marvin Harrison, for Jolt, but he's an 80. Mac Wilson, Will linebacker. Peter Woods is really good. A cornerback, Nolan. A left guard, nah, that's not gonna work. I would just give him up for a pick straight up, like a pick of next year kind of thing. To a team like the Giants, Saints. Saints have like 4 QBs. So give him to the Saints, I guess. We're not going to accept that offer. I don't want to give him an offer for Shaheed. I don't think we need him. I was going to give up a pick for, like, next year. We also need a left guard, dude. We need a left guard bad. John Simpson. See, you would have been perfect for us to come back for you. But instead, that's not the case. We got left guard Evan Brown, not ideal. What do we got from the Giants? Who the Giants got a left guard? They have Cordell Volson. Yeah, no thank you. And then Titans. Who else do you guys got? Let's see. Left guard, Skoronsky and Slater. See, now Skoronsky could be a pick we go for. Does he have a lot of sacks? He's giving a 4. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm going to get Skoronsky. If y'all could do that, and then we could take a pick of like next year, maybe like a 5th of next year, that would work out in our favor. Done deal. All right. So, we're tanking the season, but it's for a good reason, of course. Russell Wilson will be QB1. Tyrod Taylor will back him up. So, it'll be old guys. Guys are definitely not going to want to play with us. But, like I said, this is... Arian Smith is injured. Amazing. That's just fantastic. Exactly what we needed. So, left guard, we got Skoronsky. We're going to start him over Laken Tomlinson, even though Laken Tomlinson's been playing really well. And, yeah, we're gearing up for a top pick. So, let's do this. So, we went 4-13. Offense pretty poor. Russell Wilson, though, 14 touchdowns, 5 picks. He got sacked 31 times. So, not bad. We were able to do a bit more offensively. Jahan Dotson and Garrett Wilson, everyone kind of regressed. Mad sacks was given up from our guys. But Zane Durant had 11 sacks, so he had a hell of a rookie season. And so, good pick on us. Good pick for us. But, yeah, we're going to get a new QB, new everything. So, let's just go right to the free agency stuff. Josh Allen wins a Super Bowl, his second one in a row, beating the Packers. Peter Woods, defensive tackle, won Defensive Rookie of the Year from the Cardinals. Yeah, bro, I swore we were going to get it because of our freaking... because of our freaking, our own D-tackle. He had 11 sacks, bro. Like, he had a whole 11 sacks. So, how much better could he have done? 11 sacks for him, for Zane Durant. And how many did he have? I don't want to see no nonsense. He had 15 and a half? All right, bro. Come on. What? All right, so clearly I should have drafted him. He wasn't even the best D-tackle, but he still played well. Isn't that great? Isn't that just fantastic? So we had honestly a worse year than freaking the last season, which is insane to say. But 7 players ready to negotiate. I'll pick up your option, but you have to play better. Oh, Jermaine Johnson. I want to see more pressure from you, man. I want to see more pressure. We give him a 2-year deal. Think it's safe to re-sign him. Why is this guy superstar dev? I don't understand. He's not doing anything. He's just on the bench. But we're going to re-sign him, I guess. Can't let that go. Schoonmaker. I guess Mason Taylor got injured. So I guess for depth, we'll just re-sign Schoonmaker. Braden McGregor, we're going to let go. Tier Tart, we don't need you. So we'll have about $23 million to work with, cap-wise. We're not going to really be able to sign anyone too crazy. Again, everyone's also not interested in us, which obviously makes sense. Jonathan Franklin Myers would like to come back, but he's asking for $14 million, which is just not going to happen, my boy. We'll sign a veteran, though, just for depth purposes, but you're definitely not coming back to the team on that note. So, Saints have the top pick in the draft. No way they go for a quarterback again. So, they drafted Dylan Stewart, a right edge. So, tough pick for them. But it's time. Oh, Jeremiah Smith? Jeremiah Smith? Oh, shoot, dude. Jeremiah Smith is there? Dylan Raiola, Julian Sayin. Bruh. We got to go Jeremiah Smith, dude. We have to go Jeremiah Smith. If we miss out on him, that'd be horrible on us. This guy would literally... Yeah, we have to get Jeremiah Smith. Might as well. Might as well. He's ranked number 1 in true value. Drafted him at number 2. Yeah, we had to draft him. Like, best player available. And the 7th pick will be the QB of the future. Hopefully there's one even there. So Dylan Raiola got drafted to the Dolphins. Ryan Williams got drafted to the Seahawks. Wow. So only one quarterback has gone. And now the time is here to pick our guy. So DJ Lagway seems like the truth. A, deep accuracy. A, medium accuracy. B, short accuracy. A, under pressure. He's the 4th fastest QB. And he doesn't look... excuse me, doesn't look too bad. We got Julian Sayin. He played with Jeremiah Smith, but I'm not really a fan of him too much. There's also Dante Moore, Lenore Sellers, and Sam Leavitt. But with DJ Lagway being here, the future of NY is with DJ Lagway. He's ranked number 7 in true value, and he drafted him at number 7. All right, he's our guy. That is our guy. Wow. Wow. So here's our team. Jeremiah Smith is an 83 overall off the rip, wide receiver. Then we got DJ Lagway, who's a 79. Then we get after the Sam linebacker, who's a 73. A running back, who's a 78. We got so much depth on our team. So the comeback is now, dude. We have made a god squad of a team, and I'm ready for this season. This is the team going into this preseason or into the start of the regular season. We're going to go week by week basis because I think we might be due for a successful start to the year. Defense looks great. I mean, I have no problems with the defense at all. Thomas is starting the year off injured, but we have lots of depth. We have lots of players who I feel like can make plays for us and be helpful. And I'm just hoping that that could be the case. You know, D-line looks great. Jeremiah Smith is going to be a beast for us. Week 1 is against the Raiders. This should be a dub. There's no way that it's not. I think Jeremiah Smith might just go crazy. Oh, we actually don't win the game. We lose by 3. Okay, so we're 0-1. We're 0-1. Facing the Patriots, we're also 0-1. This should be a game we take with ease to go 1-1 on the season, and that's exactly what we do. It's a good win too, 34-7. Love that. So let's take a look at our numbers here. So Lagway, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, got sacked 4 times so far. Breece Hall has a touchdown. Jaynarc Gibson has 2 rushing touchdowns as well, and Breece Hall already has a fumble. Arian Smith has 10 catches for 145 yards and 1 touchdown already. That's great. We love that. We love to see that start. And D-line is looking okay. Zane Durant already has a sack in 2 games. So does Jermaine Johnson. Half sacks from 2 of our defenders. But we are 1-1 at this moment, which is great. We've got the Eagles. They're going to be a tough one. Going to be a tough one to go up against. We're probably going to lose that. Again, it's a rookie QB that's starting for us. But we do not fumble, throw 0 interceptions. We lost 20-14. So we're going to lose some close games here. We're going to lose some heartbreakers, apparently. 14-20 loss. We might have to remove a coordinator if it gets any worse. DJ Lagway, again, didn't play bad, but we're giving up sacks. Will Shipley played better than Breece Hall. Breece Hall is getting no care. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Jeremiah Smith is getting locked. Okay. So clearly I'm missing something here. Quinn Williams had a sack. No picks from the defense. If we go 1-3, our OC's getting fired. I'm sorry. We're facing the 2-1 Bengals. DJ Lagway, make something happen. I know it's a tough position to be in. We ended up winning the game, so now we're 2-2. We won 27-24. 1 new injury. That is our starter tight end. He's week to week, but he's just out. And all right. It's a very interesting spot to be in. DJ Lagway, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, got sacked 3 times. Why are we giving up so many sacks, dude? Breece Hall had a good rushing game. Jordan Tyson went off. This is his 2nd year. Sacks. Fashanu, you gave up 3 sacks, bro? Who are you going up against? Trey Hendrickson, Chris Jenkins, Bradley Durant? We might have to just move Fashanu to right tackle and put Membu to left because... yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do because I don't like how he gives up so many sacks. So we're going to change that up. Middle of the season, we are 4-5. I want us to get another win. I want us to get more wins than last year. So we're right there. Now, granted, I'm kind of pissed about how the season's going. I feel like we're giving up so many sacks, and we got the 3-7 Patriots, another division rival. And we got 18 players ready to negotiate. Quinn Williams is not that interested. Skoronski, I don't know how I feel about you. But Quinn Williams definitely has to come back. 3-year deal. You know, you're a Jet for life. And we got Skoronski, Sherwood, McDonald, Stevens. We've got a lot of guys here who could get re-signed by us. And there's no, major move that we could make to free up space. Quinn Williams is locked in. Garrett Wilson is locked in. I mean, that would be dumb if we ever moved on from them. And we've got Jamie Sherwood. You know, because we believe in oh, we can't even trade him either because Torian York kind of took over his spot as starting inside linebacker. We can't really do much in terms of cap flexibility, or same thing with Brandon Stevens. He's kind of just here. I think we're just gonna release him. Frees up about 10 million. He's not playing for us right now, so it's like it's not really beneficial to have a guy taking up all that cap space. So we'll let him clear waivers, figure out what he's gonna do next with his career, and yeah, I think that's a fair thing to do for a player like him. And we have space to sign someone. But that's not our biggest concern right now. We've got the 3-7 Patriots. If we can win this, we go 5-5 on the year, which would do us a big service. Gives us that goal of having one more win than last year. And we do end up winning this game. We win 20-14, but another injury. Bills are 3-7. Quinton Williams foot fracture after he signs that extension. That's just perfect timing. Bills, who are surprisingly 3-7 off of 2 back-to-back Super Bowls, they're having a down year. Then DJ Lagway again got sacked twice. He's been taking sacks like every game somehow. Like, it's actually bonkers to me. Josh Myers for some reason is getting PT. We had no sacks from the defense, no picks, but we ended up winning the game. Now, I'm gonna go check out a team and see why is this the case? Why are we giving up sacks? Why is Josh Myers coming in the game to give up a sack? What sense does that make for us? The Bills are 3-7. You know, DJ Lagway has the opportunity to have more wins this entire season than the past couple of seasons for the Jets. We ended up beating the Bills 28-21. Looks like things are for the better. We've got a big-time playoff matchup against the Jags. But after the bye week, it seems like we got our stuff together. DJ Lagway, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. He did not get sacked. That's finally a positive. Haven't seen that in a while. Arian Smith, who I'm a believer in, 4 catches, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson played pretty well. Jeremiah Smith only had 2 catches for 21 yards. But that's okay. I mean, I'm more than grateful for that. Zane Durant and Bilal Nichols combined for half a sack. And Jamin Sherwood had a pick. So, you know, he's still getting PT, even though it's not looking good for him. And we're 6-5, facing an 8-3 Jags. This is a playoff type of matchup. So if we can win this game here, that would do us great, morale-wise and everything. We ended up losing, but 35-13. That's a big loss. And then we lost. Oh my God, we lost our quarterback. We lost Zane Durant. Oh, we lost like a bunch of starters off of this game alone. Damn, that's a tough one. So that means Jacoby Brissett's gonna have to take over, and hopefully we can get some wins to end off this season. But yeah, Lagway 77 yards. He was 9 for 16 before he got taken out the game. And T-Law got sacked a bunch, though, which is a nice thing to see. Travis Hunter, obviously. All right, the freaking Jags just went crazy against us, clearly. Fashanu and Membu, these guys just give up so many sacks, bro. Like, holy crap. So another D-tackle injury that leaves Bilal Nichols by himself. And it makes me wonder if we could even... Oh, and our approval rating is horrible. So he's week to week. Zane Durant's a hit pointer. He's week to week. Yay. Let's go to the playoffs. So we actually make the playoffs going 10-7. So okay. All right, we made the playoffs. I didn't do anything. We're facing the Colts. That's going to be a big-time matchup. But from the point of when we were 6-6 after losing to the Jags, we ended up going 6-7. Then we won the last 4 games of the season to make the playoffs. Unreal. Let's see the numbers. Offense ranked 22nd. DJ Lagway, 23 touchdowns, 15 picks. He got sacked 32 times. It'll be a bit better, but not a bad rookie season for him. Jacoby Brissett, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks in his starts. Not bad at all. Breece Hall actually had over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns. That's actually very surprising. Jeremiah Smith, 3 touchdowns, 863 yards. Arian Smith had 11 touchdowns. That's amazing. And then Garrett Wilson, you know, had okay numbers. But the sacks, though. These guys gave up way too many sacks. Will McDonald had 8 sacks. Jermaine Johnson had 7. Okay, so we're making some comeback. Quinton Williams had 7. Zane Durant had 4.5. Okay, not bad at all. I feel like Sauce Gardner never gets interceptions. But we actually made the playoffs. Jets in the playoffs. Could y'all believe that? Could y'all believe that? What's the injury report looking like? Because our Sam linebacker has turf toe. We're facing the Colts. Our defense, middle of the pack kind of team, but we won the division. So a playoff game at MetLife Stadium, who would have thought? All right, offense is going down the field. It's our rookie's first time in the postseason with the Jets franchise on their back. We're up 3-0. Looks like our defense has been holding it down. We're up 3-0 still going into the third quarter. We win 10-0. Colts finally end up scoring. We go down and score. We're up 17-10. Game is online. Make a big stop here. And offense keeps the ball. We ended up winning. Wow, Jets winning a playoff game in years against the Colts. DJ Lagway did nothing, while Lenore Sellers kind of did nothing. But he threw 2 picks. Was 6 for 19 in pass attempts. Breece Hall had a good game. Jeremiah Smith was the lead receiver of 5 catches for 44 yards. And our defense, Sauce Gardner, had 2 picks. So he pulled up. Sauce said, yo, I'm here. With 2 picks. Big time. Let's go to the divisional. All right, so we're going to lose 21-7. Jets lose at home against the Steelers. 53 completion percentage from DJ Lagway. Arch Manning. DJ Lagway ended up throwing 2 picks. He was 14 for 26. Breece Hall had a way better game than him, and he also fumbled. That's rough. Mason Taylor had a touchdown, though. That's, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. Skoronski, a lot of guys gave up sacks. So I think if we switched up the O-line, we'd be in a better situation. A lot of sacks. So Malcolm Kuntz and Sherwood both had half sacks, but that's rough. That's a rough end to the year. But, I mean, 2 rookies, Jeremiah Smith and DJ Lagway leading the way, trying to propel this team into the postseason. Aaron Glenn gets his contract extended. The future is looking bright. DJ Lagway just needs to fine-tune some things. We want to see the Pro Bowlers and who wins, like, these Rookie of the Year awards. I mean, I know Jeremiah Smith could have. Damn, Packers went 15-2. Golly. AFC receivers, Jordan Tyson I see here. Offensive line, Tippmann actually made it as a center. Defensive side of things, we had no one make it. Not even our corners. Not even secondary. That's rough. But the future, like I said, the future's bright. I mean, we've got a QB that we could actually trust. A QB that's helped us get into the postseason. And it's Packers Steelers. So Archie Manning versus Jordan Love. Who would have thought that Super Bowl would come back, or this would ever be a thing again? But let's see who takes it. Let's see who wins awards. I mean, our rookies did their best. The Jets are back in contention. It was a very tough rebuild. This was ridiculously hard. Steelers ended up losing 38-17. Jordan Love went back to Super Bowl and made sure he got it this time. Our guys didn't win any awards, but the Packers were undeniable, dude. Like, they were on a mission, and they made it happen. And our team finished as an 87 overall offense, defense, and just overall. DJ Lagway's an 88 after his rookie season. He's looking like a star. Then Jeremiah Smith is a 90. Granted, he started off as an 83, so, you know, he's going to be unbelievable. He's going to be unstoppable, too. And we also have Arian Smith, who I'm a fan of. I don't know why he's the backup yet again, but Arian Smith here. And we also have Garrett Wilson, who's going to be Garrett Wilson. Gibson, we have another tough running back. Breece Hall, we got a good running back duo. So the offense is looking good. We just need to change up our tackles, I guess. Defensively, York is an 87, and he has like a superstar, whatever that is. So that's great. DNs, we got, I don't know what happened to McDonald, but he's gone. But we've got lots of pieces here. So Jets fans, maybe just wait a couple more years, get Jeremiah Smith, get a top QB, and be back to the promised land.